Hi, I'm Joe Polizzi, and this is the Content Inc. podcast. 5 minutes every Monday for content creators who desire to be content entrepreneurs. All right, I want you to do something for me. Think about the most respected and trustworthy leaders in your industry. I bet they published a book. Whether you already have the content prepared or you're starting from scratch, getting your expertise into a printed book with Lulu has never been easier and more profitable. Lulu's e-commerce plugins allow you to sell directly to your fans from your site while they handle all the printing and shipping and everything else. You keep creative control, customer data, and 100% of your profits. 100%, folks. Create a free account today at lulu.com. I was on Louis Grenier's How to Stand Out podcast earlier this week, and we really worked over this question. How do you stand out in a sea of content clutter? There is so much of the same content out there in the world, right? To build an audience that knows, likes, and trusts you, you need to step out of the pack. Here are 3 methods I want to talk about. The first is audience and content focus. Your audience choice might be too broad. Your content focus could be wider than the Mississippi River. Let's tighten up both. Here's an example. Danish company Mield could have focused on cosmetic advice, very broad, to Danish women, also very broad. Instead, they focused on the science behind cosmetics specific to allergies. That's a great niche. And then young Danish women interested in sustainability, also niche. This content tilt was a pure winner. Mield's focus was so successful that it led to an acquisition. Let's talk about platform focus. Anthony Fasano wanted to launch a content program to civil engineers on leadership and careers, a niche focus, but was curious where to start. He found that there was a content gap in podcasts, meaning there was a content desert in that area for this audience around this topic. Now, being the only podcast in this area, the show was an instant hit with over 5 million downloads in just a few short years. Let's talk about recombination. This is Adam Alter's idea that finding originality in content is nearly impossible. The best bet is to combine 2 popular areas into one. For example, you could take sports collectibles, a very popular idea, and then mash it up with cryptocurrency, also a very popular area, and then develop an original focus of sports collectibles on the blockchain that could be a winner for you. I know it's hard to believe, you listeners out there, but I've been doing this content thing for almost 25 years now. Without question, the biggest reason why companies or individual creators don't make a mark is that they simply don't focus. Now, what does this mean? Let's unpack this. They don't focus on a content niche that they can actually dominate. And when I say dominate, that's exactly what I mean. Second, they try to do all the things. They don't focus on being amazing at one platform in one niche. Content entrepreneur Jay Klaus recently said it best in an interview that you'll hear part of next week with our CEX Never-Ending Ticket private community. He said, sure, you can get all A's in 5 subjects, but it's really a challenge and it takes a lot of work and you have to know the 5 subjects inside and out. It's much, much easier to get an A+ in just one subject. It's so simple, but that's the key. So ask yourself, can you be the leading informational provider to this audience on this topic? If the answer can't possibly be yes, if you do the work, try one of these strategies we just talked about. Audience and content focus, platform focus, or recombination. If this episode really resonated with you, I would recommend picking up the latest edition of my book, Content Inc., the one I wrote in 2021. That's the 2nd edition, and you can buy it wherever books are sold. And in addition, Jay Klaus is doing an amazing 3-hour workshop at Creator Economy Expo May 1st to 3rd in Cleveland, Ohio on this topic as well. And he talks about how to use science and data to become a successful content creator. Go to cex.events for more information on that, and I really want to see you there. Talk to you next Monday.